All right, so now that you have your device claimed to your account, now we can go through the device settings. This is pretty self-explanatory, but we'll walk through it. The first area is your serial number. That is a unique device that you cannot change. It is the number that's on the side of the device, right next to the QR code. This area, you can give your device a nickname. Maybe it's Sugar Bush, maybe it's Back 40, maybe it's, whatever you call for each Sugar Bush. This is nice if you have multiple devices. You can keep them, it's on the dashboard page, you know what each device is. This next area is the power source. So you want to select, is it powered by USB or 12 volt or 6 volt solar panel? It does use slightly different settings if it's on solar panel. So to optimize that battery charge when using a solar panel. Standard, if you don't have a solar panel, always select USB or 12 volt DC. We can also just select a question mark on the right hand side, and then I'll also just review that content. The next selection is the mode of operation. There's 4 different modes of operation, that being always on, sleep with cellular, normal mode, or cold weather deep sleep. If the device is powered, it'll always be in the always on mode. That LED on the right hand side or on the push button will always be illuminated, and it'll always be able to communicate with. You'll always be able to communicate with it. The next one is sleep with cellular on. This is a good mode for areas that don't have the best cellular connection. This allows it to maintain that cellular connection so it doesn't have to burn as much energy when it tries to connect every time it wakes up. The next mode is normal mode. This is where it'll fall asleep and wake up every 5 minutes. Every 5 minutes it'll take readings and then publish that data to the cloud every 20 minutes. This is a great mode for just normal SAP flows where you don't have any issues in the woods. The next mode is cold weather deep sleep. So if the SAP stopped flowing for a longer period of time, maybe a few days, you can enter this mode to keep that to maintain or to conserve as much battery as possible. If you always forget what that explanation is, we can always just click the question mark on the right hand side and get that detail. This area will give you the battery charge. Is it discharging? Is it charging? As well as the signal strength of the local cell tower. And then when was that last taken? This device control. So if the device is powered, or if the mode is always on, that we have here, or if the mode is sleep with cellular on. In those modes of operation, you can take readings on demand as often as you want. So here we can read temperature, we can read the vacuum, we can read the tank level, we can determine is the device powered or not, and we can do this as often as we want all day long if you'd like. It still does take readings every 5 minutes completely by itself. You can do that on demand as well. The difference here is those readings are then taken and then stored into the database. Taking vitals will just simply update the information for battery charge, battery state, and signal strength. The next area here, we'll want to enter a phone number for alerts. So that's my cell phone number, so I'll enter that. You can enter up to 3 numbers for alert settings. Here we can do a text alert for loss of power, loss of vacuum, and we can say what that threshold should be for vacuum, or is the tank getting full? In this area, we'll get a text alert for those the tank being full. This final area is calibration of the sonar sensor. So this is how far is that sonar sensor away from the top of the tank, or being when the sap in the tank is at the top, versus how far it is away from being empty. Another convenient way to find that out is just mount your sonar sensor in its place, hit take readings, and then it'll report back the number of inches that is away. And then simply set that value here. And then we'll just save those settings. And now that is the setup of the Sap Spy Sensor Hub.